Hey there, awesome person. It's the voice of Bob, here again to give you another tale of trickery as found in the far-off regions of the internet. Now sit back with your listening ears, get comfortable, and I'll catch you in just a second. Ocean's 11 ain't got nothing on this. No, sir. Thanks for joining us for Other People's Mistakes. This is the channel devoted to highlighting the best of the worst of human behavior, as described by the storytellers of Shrewd. Our story this time comes courtesy of the MaliciousCompliance subreddit, penned by Reddit user Anged Obscurite. Anged Obscurite? Anged Obscurite? I don't know. Anyway, the title of our story: A Colleague's Way to Deal with Excessive Number of Roll Calls. Here we go. Not sure which subreddit it fits in the best, so advice would be appreciated. TLDR at the end. Background. In certain countries, there's mandatory military service requirement, and I happen to be a citizen in one such country. However, in my country, you don't necessarily end up in active duty, as there are multiple ways. Other than being physically unable to do so, there are certain criteria for that, to end up in what's called substitute military service. People doing substitute military service basically work a public servant job, except that unless they are in substitute military service because of family circumstances, they are required to live in a government-provided lodging. I am currently serving substitute military service, and this is one of my colleagues' tales. Roll calls. So basically, because we're technically doing military service, there are laws that govern us. We also have facility-based rules that govern us. Between the two sets of rules, this ends up being the case. If Monday is a workday, there are roll calls 1. Sunday at 9 p.m., 2. Monday at 6:30 a.m., and 3. Monday at 8 a.m. We're also forbidden to leave the facility between 9 p.m. and 6:30 a.m. 1 and 2 are done by the on-duty officer, whereas 3 is performed by our HR supervisor. Now, the 2 roll call is not always done. Some officers don't care, I think. Whereas our HR supervisor, who can and is sometimes the on-duty officer, probably doesn't want to do that many himself in a short span. Again, I think. We have previously requested to the management that if it's possible to eliminate the 2 roll call altogether, and we were told that the 2 and 3 roll calls serve different purposes. The 3 roll call is more like us clocking in, whereas the 2 roll call is to ensure that we didn't do anything stupid during the night, so they will not eliminate the 2 roll call. Time off policy. Because of what my facility does, we are always required to have someone on site among the people doing substitute military service, even during off-work times. We do 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. days Monday through Friday. So if we were to work a specific weekend, we would then get 2 days accrued as vacation days, which we then ask to take off. The same is true if we get called to work nights or overtime, though those are usually given in 30-minute increments. We then ask for time off, signed off by our supervisors according to which division we're under. Now, the policy is written that if a person would take the morning off, they are only to report at 1 p.m. If a person would take the afternoon off, they are able to depart at noon, as noon to 1 is assumed to be our lunch break. The first part translates into, if I take the morning off, I skip all 3 roll calls, as I am on vacation, until 1 p.m. The MaliciousCompliance. My colleague, who is renting a place with his girlfriend relatively close by, because she's a student at a nearby college, decides that since there are just too many roll calls, he would just spread his vacation days off into 1 or 2 hour blocks. For instance, he's taking 8 to 10 a.m. off Monday through Thursday this week. By doing this, he claims that because he's on vacation until 9 or 10 a.m. each day, he, rightfully, doesn't have to participate in any roll calls. He's turning 8 hours of vacation into way more than that to spend with the girlfriend. TLDR, because my facility rightfully rejected our request to reduce the number of roll calls each day, my colleague decides to skip all of them when he has the vacation time. Small victory, but victory nonetheless. So that's the story for this time. Pretty good one, eh? Way to find those loopholes. You have anything similar in your life that you wish you could do? Maybe turn some of those working hours or unnecessary check-in hours into something a little bit more devious? Do us a favor, let's have your thoughts dropped in the comments below. Anyway, that's all for now. If you find a great story and think we should make a video about it, drop a comment below or message us directly. Our Twitter and Facebook are in the description. As with any YouTube channel, please feel free to like and subscribe, but more importantly, let your friends know what you learned from other people's mistakes. Thanks for being awesome.